Alright, shalom, shalom. Me and the brother Shua was able to get up today through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'Shem Shah. But before we go any further, we'd like to give all honor, all glory, and all praises to the Heavenly Father and to His only begotten Son, Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'Shem Kakwadash. Next up, double honors to our apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who rule well, teaching us the truth according to the Bible, and a double shalom to you, sister Akim, throughout the four corners of the earth. Keep pushing. You know, me and the brother wanted to get into a low will edifying lesson pretty much on the duty of a watchman, because the duty of a watchman is not to be, set on their leads, to be all comfortable in a lackadaisical spirit, The duty of a watchman is not to be sleeping on the job. If you've been made a watchman, you're supposed to be watching out for prophecies. You see, you're supposed to be watching out for oncoming danger, so that you can let the rest of the people know what's going on, what's about to take place. You see? So we're just going to get a couple of precepts just proving what a watchman's duty is, what a watchman's job is.
It's Isaiah 62 verse 6. I have set watchmen upon thy walls, O Jerusalem.
And who is Jerusalem? Jerusalem is a people before it's a place, which represents you Israelites. We should all know who the Israelites are. But if we don't know, it's you so-called Negroes, Latino Americans. And the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shai, has set up certain watchmen, certain prophets in these last days to do what? To be over the rest of you so-called Negroes, Latino Americans. To watch out for your best safety, to watch out for your best interest. You see, because again, this is a job of a watchman, to see what's about to happen. You see, to see what's approaching. You see, and in these last days, what are we seeing? We're seeing evils and only evils. We see bad times ahead of us. And it's our job to let the rest of our people know what's coming, man. Being the watchman of Yahweh Shema Shah.
Reads on, which shall never hold their peace day nor night.
That's right. Which should never hold their peace day nor night. You see, because according to prophecy, Deuteronomy 28 verse 64, the nation of Israel was scattered all throughout the four corners of the earth. So wherever the true watchmen, the Yahweh Shema Shai has set up, wherever they're at around the four corners of the earth, this is what they're going to be doing. They're not going to be holding their peace day nor night. You see? If they're on the other side of the world, guess what? Nighttime or daytime, they're not going to be holding their peace. They're going to be constantly making videos. They're going to constantly be doing lessons out on the highways and byways, or at their house going live doing the sit-down lesson. If they're on this side of the world, day nor night, they're going to constantly be making videos, whether it's a sit-down lesson or going live out there on the highways and byways, whatever the case may be. You see, this is the job of a watchman. This is one of the characteristics that the watchmen, aka the prophets, will be doing. Not holding their peace, man. Letting the words of Yahweh Shema Shah go forth.
Reads on, ye that make mention of the Lord, keep not silence.
That's right. Ye that make mention of the Lord, keep not silent. You see, and we're the ones making mention of the names of Yahweh Shema Shah, and we ain't keeping silent. You see, because as it says in Ecclesiastes, get it real quick, Baba Kashah, if you don't mind, Shawah. Ecclesiastes 3 verse 1, you can start right there and then jump down. Time to speak.
This is Ecclesiastes chapter 3 verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
To everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven.
That's right. So to everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven. You see, there's a season, a time for everything to go down on the face of the earth. Everything in its respective order. Jump down.
Which verse?
7.
It's Ecclesiastes chapter 3 verse 7. A time to rent and a time to sow, a time to keep silence and a time to speak.
That's right. So going back to Isaiah 62 verse 6, you see, the true men of the Lord, we're not holding our peace day nor night. And while we're making mention of Yahweh Shema Shah, we ain't keeping silent no more. Why? Because this is the time to speak, as it just said in Ecclesiastes 3 verse 7. You see, this is the time to be speaking the oracles, the words of Yahweh Shema Shah. You see, we ain't leaning unto our own understanding. You see, we ain't going off our own vain opinions. No, we speaking the words of Yahweh Shema Shah. And that's the times we in. And this is what the true watchmen are going to do. You see, they ain't going to be keeping silent. They're going to be speaking. And they're going to be holding their peace day nor night. And they're going to be letting the rest of Israel know what's coming. You see, these are the signs and the job of the watchman. Jeremiah 6, verse 17.
This is the book of Jeremiah chapter 6, verse 17. Also I set watchmen over you, saying, hearken to the sound of the trumpet.
That's right. So the Lord didn't set watchmen over everybody. The Lord didn't set watchmen over these other heathen nations. No, the Lord set watchmen over you Israelites. And what are these watchmen going to do that have been placed over you Israelites? They're telling you to take heed, to hearken to this trumpet, to this message that's going out, man. Why? Because this word is for your safety, it's for your benefits, for your good, and it say. You see? Read on.
Hearken to the sound of the trumpet, but they said we would not hearken.
So while you got the watchmen telling you to take heed to the warning, this is the spirit the majority of our people come in. They say what? We will not hearken. And they show they won't hearken through their actions. You know, not listening. You know, not taking heed to the word, not taking heed to Yahweh Shema Shah's servants, the prophets, the watchmen. You see? Our people are a rebellious house, man. They come in that spirit, as it says in Isaiah, I think in the 30th chapter, calls the Holy One of Israel to cease before us. Our people don't want nothing to do with Yahweh Shema Shah or the men, the watchmen that he has set up, you know, to guide our people. But while our people are not trying to hearken to this message, the Lord is still sending the watchmen, the prophets, to watch after you, to watch after you, pretty much to watch after you, to make sure that you're good, that you're being kept safe, pretty much. Get Ezekiel 3.
This is Ezekiel chapter 3, 17. This is Ezekiel chapter 3, verse 17. Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel.
Yep.
Therefore, hear the word at my mouth and give them warning from me.
That's right. So the Lord has made, once again, us watchmen unto you so-called Negroes, Latino Americans, you see. And our job as being watchmen is to give you Israelites warning from the Lord, man. Warning about what? The danger that's coming. Because danger is here. You see? You Israelites about to go through some things that you ain't never went through ever in a day in your life. You see, you got pestilence on the horizon. You got teeth of wild beasts about to be walking the streets, chewing and eating on you people. You know, you got famines on the horizon, hyperinflation, gas prices are going to go back up. You see, World War III ready to, pop off. There's so many things that's happened that you can't even name everything. You see, and the Lord has set up watchmen to let you so-called Negroes, Latino Americans know about these things, man, so that you won't be caught off guard. So that Isaiah 33 will kick in, you can be stable in the time of trouble that's coming. Get Habakkuk 2 verse 3. We'll start at verse 1, matter of fact, and then we'll close out on that.
Get Habakkuk 2 verse 1.
Yep. Because when you read on down in the book of Ezekiel, you see the reason why we're giving you warning from the Lord, because what? We don't want your blood on our hands when you get put to death. You see, because a lot of our people are going to get put to death. And when they get put to death in their wickedness, you see, we don't want that blood on our hand. You see, that's why we come out there and give our people warning, so that what? We can deliver our soul through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shah.
Ready?
Yep.
This is Habakkuk chapter 2 verse 1. I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower. And I will watch to see what he will say unto me, and what I shall answer when I am reproved. That's
right. And this is exactly what we're doing. We're standing upon our watch. We're set upon that spiritual tower right now. Just like those watchmen, that's in the that's upon those towers, when enemies are coming, what are they doing? They're upon that tower watching out for oncoming danger. They're watching out for approaching enemies. Well, us being the watchmen of our people, we're set upon that spiritual tower. And we're watching out for the evils and only evils that's going to hit this place called America that's coming. Read on, Shawah.
You should jump down or keep going?
Keep going.
This verse 2. And the Lord answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables. That's
right. And the vision are the prophecies. So the prophecies have been made plain upon tables. What's the tables? The tables is these scriptures. You see, so the prophecies have been made plain upon these scriptures in this book. Read on.
It reads on. Start from the top.
Yep.
Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 2. And the Lord answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it.
That he may run that readeth it. You see, because the watchmen, the prophets, they have the understanding of what they're reading. What are they going to go do? They're going to go run as fast as they can, meaning what? They're going to go teach. They're going to teach the rest of Israel about the vision, the prophecies that have been made plain upon tables in these scriptures. And the reason why they're going to go teach these words, these prophecies that have been made plain upon tables is because what, bro? Read on.
It reads verse 3. For the vision is yet for an appointed time.
That's why they're going to run. That's why they're going to go teach. Because the vision, aka the prophecies that have been made plain, they're set for an appointed time to happen. They're set for a specific date to come to pass, man. And we're in that point in time. That's why you've seen all these prophecies coming to pass. And guess what? Guess who's warning you about these things? Guess who's letting the rest of you Israelites know about these things? The watchmen, the prophets, man. Because this is our job as the prophets, the watchmen, to let you know what's coming to pass. Read on.
It reads on, verse 3. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie.
And these prophets are not lying. They're speaking because they're showing themselves to be true.
It reads on. Verse 3. But at the end it shall speak and not lie, though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry.
Right, so these prophecies that's recorded in the Bible, they're coming to pass, man, and they're not tarrying. You see? It's not taking all day for these prophecies to come to pass, man. Once we see one prophecy happening, next thing you know, we see another one happening, and another one. It's like a snowball effect, you see? But again, this is the job of a watchman. This is the job of a prophet. You see, to be watching out for what's coming, from the oncoming danger. You know, so that's our lesson, Lord willing. The elect out there have been edified. Until next time we say shalom.